Good morning, it's Jennifer, and today I'm going to show you how to make this double tag card, or I would have called it a pocket, but that's what it was called from Whiff of Joy. This is where I got the idea. This is a double pocket. That's what I want to call it today. And it's sort of like a tuxedo look to it, or something like that. So that's what I think of when I look at it. It's kind of like a tuxedo look. And I did not follow her tutorial because I didn't really have the time when I looked at the picture. It was kind of late at night, and then I made it, and I'm like, I made it, but the way I made it was not, I wasn't able to put it into words. How I made it, I just copied it in my mind, and it came out. So I took it to my husband because he's more methodical about stuff. And I said, okay, make this so I can tell my peeps how to make it. And he did it for a while in his methodical way. And then I said, okay, but I don't do all these measurement things. So we got to figure out something else. So we tried a lid, and that didn't work because it wasn't big enough. And so we came up with, using a styrofoam plate. If you have one of those, or a paper plate, that will work. Okay, and then my original one that I created, I used some paper that was left over from my little girl doing a project, and I made it. And it's one of these pages here. So this is actually smaller paper than the paper that we used to make. My husband and I used to make these. Okay, so let's go back to these. So what we did, they don't look exactly like the one that I made because they're longer. And that's fine. They can be different sizes. At least this one's longer. This one's about the same right here. So I'll tell you each one. Okay, this one, you can see how we used the paper plate. Right, like this at the top of the paper. We put it right there, and we drew our line. On one side, actually, we just did one side like this. And then we cut it, and it had two. Then we did, we folded it up in half and copied that curve. We fold it back out flat. And when you realize that, we have to cut here, because I did that before, which is about 3/4 of the way down, not halfway. So here is halfway. So we fold it again about there. And we cut these little slots, because if you don't, you can't flip it the other direction. See, this is going this direction, and we could have done that fine, but in order to go the other direction, you have to cut it, and it goes the other direction when you flip up. I hope that makes a lot of sense. It will when I do the next one out of the purple paper. Then I want to show you this one before we do that. This one we completely cut apart, and we just did it where it folds up in the back, like so. And you glue that, and you have a pocket that's shorter. And let's get busy on our purple pockets here. You're going to need some cardstock that's one solid color, and you're going to need some book pages. If you want it to look similar to mine, you'll want to use some book pages for this. I got 3. You might need more, but I got some started at least. And so I'm going to use this top one here. No, I think I like the other color. All right. Then you're going to need your plate and a pen or pencil, or whatever you want to use. Okay, that's my one. And I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to fold, because I don't want the fold marks on this cardstock. Oopsie. There we go. All right. Ta-da. Now we're going to cut that. I'm going to use my red scissors. That's my scissors I use for cutting thicker things. Hopefully I did this right. We'll see, huh? All right. Let me discard the trash. Y'all be proud of me. I actually picked up almost everything on my floor. Yay. Still need to do some vacuuming. Okay. And we got our semicircle, I'll call it. Then we want to fold it in on the sides. So I'm just going to eyeball it until they meet in the middle. Oh, they don't have to be perfect because they're going to be semi-covered. You can use a tool. Let's see if I have my tool. Yay, I have my tool. Phone folder. Ta-da, to the rescue. Okay, now you're gonna eyeball where you want it to end up. And then it's hard to see if you're supposed to ink it, so it's kind of hard to see. All right, I'm going to choose this location. My bone folder. Ta-da! Okay, now it doesn't have the thing going the right direction, does it? So we have to open it back up. And we're going to cut on the line. Like that. Now I found this photo on Pinterest, and that's how I found out about this project, from Wiff of Joy. And she has a blog with those pictures on it. I believe a tutorial. So now what you do is you fold it forward If you have the time to read it, go ahead. And she may tell you a much better way of doing this. This is the way I do it. And she did not use book pages. She used I believe a scrapbook paper that had one color on the inside and another color on the outside. And that would work really well. But I wanted to use up some book pages because I like that look too. So here we go. Now, what you do now is I want to cut off some of this edge because I like mostly book words showing, not the blank space. So I'm going to do that. And I really don't worry about the words until I go to put it in the book, because I can always cover them with some kind of embellishment if they're not a good word or whatever. Okay, then you stick it. Actually, I did it like this. I opened it out and I went like that. And then there is your cut. Just like so. And the reason I couldn't tell you how to do that is because I freehanded it when I drew my little curvy things. And so my freehanding isn't always perfect and turns out wrong sometimes. So I didn't want to do that to y'all. So I just freehanded and it turned out lopsided, you know. Oh, there is enough room to do a second one. Yay. Thinking there wouldn't be. And so you just cut it out again. On the line, close to the line, whatever you can do. Okay. Discard that little piece of paper. Okay, now we got that and we got that. Or that, that'd be better. It won't show my line. And it does show the line here. I think what I want to do on this particular one, let's see, how does that other one look again? Think about it. Yeah, that's good. You could leave a little purple like that, but I think it would just blend into the background if you did. It might not, since you're going to ink it. Whatever you feel like doing will work. I'm going to leave it like it is, I believe, and glue it on. That's those two. And we need these two right here. Do the same thing. We need to cut. And cut off that last line of the wording because it doesn't go all the way across. And I'm not very straight, but I don't care. It doesn't really matter. All right. And line it all up best you can. And like so. And I was going to run into it, so I'm going to just move the paper. Maybe I should move it like that. It will be upside down, which I don't care. Okay. Now, if upside down bothers you, get another piece of paper, but it doesn't bother me. Okay. Now we have all the little paper pieces. We need to get some glue of your choice. Mine is stick glue for this project. And you need to open it out so you don't get glue where it's not supposed to be. Close that guy. Since it's going a different direction, I don't need the glue to go a different direction. Okay, I'm going to get one of my big pieces. And just place it on. And voila, magic, it fits. Okay, I'm going to get my brayer. You don't have to have a brayer. You could just smash it down with whatever's handy. But I got that at some garage sale or something, and so I use it. Oh, gotta use this guy again. You'll like my cover for my board. This is an old file folder. My dad had these old files in back in the day. Here we go. Almost perfect, but not perfect. The other one was just right. Somehow I got off on that one. It's okay. Oh, it just went a little longer. All I have to do is just cut off the bottom right there. Turn it over. See what I mean? A little bit sticking out. So I'm going to cut that off. So it won't run into the other section. Okay, there we are. Now, on to the next. So you gotta fold it so you won't put the paper in the wrong place. So it's gonna be like this, then it's gonna go like that. So this piece is going to need to go like so. There we go. My dyslexia will get me if I don't watch it. I don't know what it's called. I call it dyslexia. It's just like directional dyslexia or something. Okay, now I'm just going to place it. This one got off a bit too, and I'll have to cut around that one. And then I'm going to place the other one. Okay, now I need to cut around. Flip you over. I can see all the places that I messed up that way. And make it look better. Best we can. It's Monday morning, you can tell I'm going slow. I feel like everything's in slow motion on Mondays when I wake up. Okay, now we got that going that way, fold up, go the other way. Okay, actually they're going the same way now, but if they were together, it would be opposite directions. See how this goes in. Okay, now, see, I have a little mess up, so I am going to try to fix it. A little strip of paper at the bottom. So I'm going to grab this, and I want it to look same direction. Now if somebody goes to read it, figure out what was on the page, they're going to be confused. This is a whole different part of the book. Be like one of those little games where you fill in the blanks when you don't know what the story is. Forgot what they're called. Mad Libs or something. There we go. That will do it, I think. Trying to get it just right. I'll add a little bit more glue. Make sure it stays. Well, maybe I will. There we go. Slid right off when I did that. Slippery. Okay. And then when it dries, it'll look more like one piece, especially after we do some inking. Okay, cut that little guy off. Hopefully I can get it right. I'll use my other scissors. Hopefully they'll be more exact. And there we go. Best I can do. Now we'll let ink take care of the rest. And I want to start with my black ink. And here we go. Oops. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. That's kind of a smoky shading thing going on. Now I'm going to hit it real good like this. You want your line to be really defined. And then I'm just going to put it down here. And then I'm going to hit it right here. Just get it all the way around that book page. Then you're going to go up here on the inside. Don't really have to worry about the outside because that's going down on your book if you're putting it on a book. Now, if you're giving it away, you might want to decorate the back as well. Like, you know, standalone thing you could send in the mail, happy mail. You want to go ahead and cover up the back with something, unless you're giving it to somebody who journals, and you'll just have to tell them the back is to be glued into a book. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. All right. Oops. Glue that on there. That's okay. It'll dry. Okay, so we got all that. I think I want to do some shading here. Now we do this side. Okay. I really need to get a different kind of black that works better. Soon, Lord willing, I will get different black. Maybe we can go on a date with my husband and find a store that sells good black ink. That works well for harder paper, thicker paper. Or maybe it will be a good excuse to take my boys on another driving trip. I'm trying to get them all ready for their driver's test. All right. Oopsie. Okay. Oop, that's what I forgot. The top part. Okay. Oh, I have a little place that wasn't very smooth, so I'm going to smooth it out with my file, my butterfly file. Okay. You can get those butterfly files at the Dollar Tree. At least you can at our Dollar Tree. I guess every Dollar Tree is a little different. It still needs filing. Oh, goodness. There it is. Okay. Of course, if you file, you're going to have to put more ink on. We took it off. Alright. Now that my arm is thoroughly sore. Whew. Okay. Now there's the back. It doesn't look bad. The back is just plain. Okay. And then you still have this going on. There's some options. You could take some glue and put a little line of glue there. Or you do what I did. And you get out another piece of book page. And I'm going to cut the center because that's where the good block of words is. No gaps. But I'm going to cut. I don't know if I really need to cut the sides because they're going to go on the back. And you put a little strip across the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this. My ink's drying out. Oh no. Hopefully yours isn't. Okay. And see, you're going to need across the bottom there. Do. You figure out where you want it. I think I want mine about there. And then put your glue. I want it so that I can fold it backwards. Like so. Cover up any seams. Do some folding in on the corners. And make sure I get the glue right. Better to have too much than too little. Can always wipe it off. Okay. Then what I did on the other one was something like that. Made me a little triangle. Let's see if I can get it the same on both sides. Not that it really matters if you're sticking it down. So all this is not going to even show. Then I cut off this extra piece right here best I could. Like that. Then I just glued my little flaps up. Because you want it to be nice and tight when it's glued down. So that it won't bulk up too much in the book. Alright, you. Where is that bone folder? I think the bone folder took a hike. Let's use my little nail. Now, I don't have false nails on today. I want to show you my nails because I think they're fun. I got the nail polish from the Dollar Tree. Oh, can you see that? Let's I could get really close. Okay, so it is confetti, and then I use this sparkly pink on top of it. So the confetti sparkles. I thought it was fun. All right. Now, see, it's not done yet. So what you do, you get your ink. You go on the edge of the bottom there. Get that good. And the edge of here at the very bottom. That's the side, sorry. Said the wrong word. Hopefully you knew what I meant. And then here's the other side. I'm going to get it really dark if I can. Just to make it really defined as a one cohesive piece. Now, still not done. What I do next is I use my Tim Holtz Distress Vintage Photo. Because I like it. I love the sepia look. I'll just add it on top of that. Now it's working. This particular book page doesn't want to take my ink. Get on there. Okay. I'm getting that vintage look to my purple now. All right. I believe we have it all together. Now I did not glue the sides right here, but you can. You can have like you're gonna have place here, here. You could just glue a U shape around the back, like so, and have another pocket behind there. And I am going to go ahead and glue down the sides. There we go. And the other side. Ooh, I'm going to get glue everywhere. Oh, I think that was white paint from another project. Thought it was glue for a second. Didn't want glue all over it. And there we are. I hope you've enjoyed this double pocket project. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not signed into your account and you saw this on Facebook, just jump out of Facebook for a minute, go to your YouTube account, and you should already be signed in then. And you can give me a thumbs up, and you can subscribe if you have not subscribed. I'll see you next time, and don't be a stranger. Bye-bye.